like 6, however you do it with your hands, like 6 and a 1, 6, let me see, 6, 1. That's the day I'm on. 75 hard, day 61. 14 days left after today. After today, I'll have completed 61 live streams, 61 daily vlogs, 122 workouts. I'm down. I weighed myself this morning. I'm going to do my daily vlog will include a little weight progress report. Started at 214 pounds when I started this. I'm down to 195. 195, mate. Can you believe that? I can't believe that. I've challenged myself. I've invested in my life through doing very hard things, which has been very difficult for me to commit to. It's been a challenge physically, keeping up with injuries and the soreness and the pain and all that stuff, normal life stuff. To get up and make sure that I get up here and go live every morning has been a challenge. Like, what do I talk about today? My daily vlogs, same thing. Getting my camera, uploading all the computer space, and it's been tough. It has been freaking tough, mate. But that's what I'm doing. I'm on day 61. I feel good. Today's Friday. Wifey's staying home, so we have to go on a bike ride with her today. Got some cool stuff coming out. Our gym is coming together. Recovering addict, local gym. I want to grow this thing to be huge. I want it to be huge because I know that this is the way recovery is done. AA and NA are amazing. I love them. Don't get me wrong. They have their place and they're amazing. But it's time for an update. AA and NA are Blackberries in a world full of iPhones. I look at the generation like the baby boomers, right? My parents. And that generation. And it seems everybody in that generation category, from whatever happened to them in their lives, they never were able to grow out of the trauma put on them as children. Back then, dad could beat the crap out of the wife. Dad could beat the crap out of the kids. The cops would show up and not even bat an eye. You couldn't even, there's girls that are in prison today, and there's an initiative and a nonprofit that's actually trying to help these women get out of prison, though they are 30 years into their sentence, who murdered their husbands. They murdered their husbands. And during the trial, they were not allowed to bring up any of the abuse that happened at the home during the trial to help justify their motive. One lawyer was telling the lady, we're not bringing this up because that gives you motive. She's like, that's why. Like the crazy locking me in the basement trauma. The help just wasn't there back then. The understanding of mental health and what it takes to get better, and the fact that like Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous kept it anonymous, which is fine. If you want to keep it anonymous, I'm all for it. And I'll do that right there with you. You know that we still have that saying, what you hear here, what you see here, all that, let it stay here. We don't talk about our problems to the world, but we also didn't tell people we had problems back then. We kept it anonymous. We put on the face. We put up our dollhouse, right? We made sure everything looked okay, but on the inside, it was really boiling and bubbling. And I believe that generation, with the anonymity and the inability to understand mental health and the inability, they were still doing lobotomies to people back then. They didn't understand what it took to get better. And the fact that you got to say, I need help, and say it out loud. And it's okay to let people know that we go through this type of stuff as families, as children, as husbands and wives, that's a way that we get better. Like it helps. And so recovering out loud is what I'm all about. I know that AA is like no media, radio, press, and all that kind of stuff. But we're not AA. We're RA. And we're going to recover out loud. It's okay. It's okay to be in recovery. It's okay to let people know, hey, I had a problem and I'm dealing with it. And that baby boomer generation, they weren't ever able to admit it. It was shunned to admit. Alcoholics Anonymous was to make a place for husbands who were the only breadwinners of the family to come and express that they had a problem to a group of people without losing their jobs and stuff, right? And I want everybody to know that it's okay. And I'm here to let everybody to know it's okay. That's why Felice and I talk about it. She wasn't an addict, but she had to deal with me. My kids had to deal with me. You know, the 2 times or the 1 time. First time I was an addict and meth and all that stuff. I didn't have kids, thank God. I didn't have much responsibility. I didn't have any responsibility at all. I didn't care about anything. Yeah. You know what I mean? So how's everybody doing? I got the Multiverse people asking me, where you been? I have been doing this challenge. I'm going to hit them up in the Discord. I'm live now if you want to jump in and say hi, everybody. So, you know, I'm still all about technology. I love technology, y'all. I love it. We got a multiverse where you put the headset on, virtual reality. There's a whole city. It's called Multiverse, and inside there you can find the Infiniverse. In there, I'm trying to build rooms to take recovery into virtual reality when it's ready, right? Right now, it's not mainstream at all. Not many people are using virtual reality, but it's coming. This technological change in this world is coming. NFTs, blockchain, cryptocurrency. If you don't understand it, you should start looking into it. And if you're like, I don't do that digital stuff. I'm not a digital person. I don't do digital cryptocurrency. Well, my friend, if you've used Venmo or Cash App or PayPal, you're digital. And that's the same thing. If you get automatic transfers from your work to your bank account, you're digital. And you better figure it out because it's only going to get deeper. Really, we don't use cash much anymore. Rarely. I rarely have cash anymore. And I know that's just the way of the world. It's the way it is gone. We do self-checkouts now. And it's okay. Change is good. And I love this kind of change. Who's with us this morning? We got Geesh. Good morning, Geesh. Crystal. Woo woo. How you doing? We're going riding the bikes this morning. If you're not at work, you're more than welcome to join us. Thanks, brother. Really appreciate you doing this every day. Hey, you're welcome, bro. You are so welcome. Eugene, good morning. Eugene knows a little thing. And he knows a thing or two about a thing or two in the Infiniverse. What are you laughing at? You laughing at me? Good morning, Lowe's. Glad to see you. Sore and tired. Yeah. That has been my last 3 weeks for sure. Sore and tired. I don't think my foot's ever going to heal. We did that one boxing workout where we were just running around, hopping around, you know, like a boxer. And my heel got jacked up. And it starts feeling better. And I do what you're not supposed to do. And yesterday we did a workout, some shoulder presses and stuff. And then we ran outside the building, ran across the street, touched the grocery store, and ran back to the gym. And I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done it. My foot was getting better until I did that. But whatever. It'll heal one day. One day it'll heal. Nathan, what's up, brother? Good morning. Stay strong, brother. Boom. Strong as I can be. Strong as I can be. Challenging myself. We don't know who we are until we actually get out and challenge ourselves. That's the whole point of this thing. Self-discovery. You weren't allowed to discover yourself back in the day. You were shunned. You had to do things a certain way. And if you think about it, you look at the 1800s, right at the turn of the century into the 1900s, you have a boom of industry, right? People were in farms before that. It was just survival back then. Here comes winter. We got to winter down. We got to chop wood. We got to grow our cornfields and whatever, right? And store food and raise cattle. And you worked 16, 18 hours every single day just to survive, right? And then the industry comes along. The boom of factories and being able to build things out of metal and stuff like that, right? So then the factory worker went to a farm guy and was like, hey, if you come and work in my factory 8 to 10 hours a day, I'll pay you. And a farmer was like, what? Get out of the fields, go work for this guy. He gives me a check. I work less hours and I get to pay for my house and survive. That sounds pretty good. So this whole thing back then was to get a good job. Get a good job. Early 1900s, right? Get yourself a good job. Pays well. Take care of your family. Get out of the farm. Don't work so hard. And then the factory guys were like, hey, if you go to college a little bit, we'll make you a manager inside this place. And You can make a little more. And so they were able to climb the ladders up inside these industries. So having a good job and going to school became very important back in the 1900s. And that mentality has carried all the way through to this very moment. Get out of school, find you a good job, and go to school again and climb the ladder. But things have changed. The internet is here. There's a completely different opportunity set before us. And if you want to talk about cupcakes on the internet, because you love cupcakes, you have a chance to talk about cupcakes, which you love, and make money on the internet without ever having to go to school, without ever having to go work for somebody else. It is very possible. So it's a whole new world. This whole new world is changing with virtual reality, blockchain, crypto. The ability to sit in my house and do this right now it's changing. So figure out what you like. And right now is a great time in the world to be able to shape your life to do whatever you want to do. And that's why I'm into virtual reality. I love that stuff. Haven't been in there much because of my challenge, but that's okay because I'm leveling up my skills, and my skills need to be leveled up. And that's what our 30-day challenge is all about. Leveling up our skills. Good morning, Petey. How you doing? Good morning, Recovering Addict family. Sure been missing our Sunday nights, but the show keeps on taking care of you, bro. Sunday nights show, but keep on taking care of yourself, brother. Will do, brother. We'll be back with our Sunday night lives as soon as we get done with this challenge and all of that. Sunday night's just a good night for Fleece to rest before she wakes up at 4 a.m. You know? So I don't like keeping her up to do our live stream when she needs to get her rest for her day's work the next day on Monday, right? That's why we stopped the live on Sunday. Just for today, changing motives. What's your motive right now? What is your motive in life? It says when we finally get our own selfish motives out of the way, we begin to find peace that we never imagined possible. Who wants to have peace in their lives? Raise your hand if you want to have peace in your life. So as we examine our beliefs, our actions, and our motives in recovery, we'll find that sometimes we do things for the wrong reasons. In early recovery, we may have spent a great deal of money and time on people wanting only for them to like us. Like me, I need friends. Later on, we may find that we still spend money on people, but our motives have changed. We do it because we like them. Or perhaps we used to get romantically involved because we felt hollow inside and we're seeking fulfillment through another person. Are you seeking fulfillment through another person? Now our reasons for romantic involvement are based in a desire to share our already rewarding lives with an equal partner. Ooh, that's a good one. Are you looking to cling to somebody because you feel shallow, hollow, and lonely and need an outside source to make you feel whole and complete? Or is your life being fulfilled? It's a reward, and now you found somebody equal and you want to share that with them? It's a good question. Maybe we used to work the steps because we were afraid we'd relapse if we didn't. Today, we work the steps because we want to grow, and we want to grow spiritually and mentally and physically and all that, right? Holistically, we want to grow through the 12 steps, not just to stay clean. Our motive at first was, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I don't want to be doing drugs and alcohol no more. Everything's falling apart around me. Fix this, right? Now everything's starting to get fixed. Smoke is starting to clear. You start seeing the value in growth, investing in yourself, and now you start doing those things. Your motives start to change. My motives have changed for the reason that I'm doing all the stuff I'm doing, right? There was a point where I remember sitting in my IOP going, wait a minute, I was here to get sober. Now I'm here to work on myself. Like it was a cool epiphany I had there. And I hope a lot of you have the same one. Hope you're still not battling with daily desire to relapse and use and the struggle of that's the first place your mind goes, or cravings and the desire to just want to be blasted, blitzed, drunk, wasted out of your mind. It goes on to say in the Just for Today, we have a new purpose in life today, and our changing motives reflect that. We have so much more to offer than our needless or than our neediness and insecurities. Our neediness and insecurities. We have so much more to offer than our neediness and insecurities. We have developed a wholesomeness of spirit and peace of mind that moves our recovery into a new realm. We extend our love and share our recovery with complete generosity. And the difference we make is the legacy we leave to those who have yet to join us. Just for today in recovery, my motives have changed. I want to do this for the right reason, not just for my personal benefit. Today, I will examine my motives. So today, examine your motives. What are you doing in life? Why are you doing what you're doing in life? Every move you make, is it a super selfish desire just so you can get a leg up? And then if you're one of those people that are just like not being honest, you're just saying a bunch of lip service to get what you want, well, you're still in relapse. You're still living in a bad mind place. Let's go ahead and lead you back to using drugs and alcohol. Everything's got to change. Everything up here's got to change. And that change isn't going to happen unless you take steps to make changes happen. Nothing changes if nothing changes. There's like, I've been looking at stuff like, 37 ways to invest in yourself is an article I pulled up this morning just to look at how to love yourself more, how to take care of yourself, how to get a better future, how to grow, how to quit using drugs and alcohol, all these questions, how to become an entrepreneur and how to raise kids. And the answers are always the same, like for every question. And it's about setting goals. Set financial goals for this one. Save for a rainy day. Grow your savings. Invest in your health. Nourish your body. Exercise regularly. Good sleep. Practice self-care. Feed your brain. The answer to all the questions, no matter what question you ask for self-growth and your future, the answers are always the same. Set goals, make changes, challenge yourself, take care of yourself. But no, there's got to be another way. There is no other way. There's no easy button. There's no secret. There's no zap. There's no formula. It's just hard work. It's doing the work. But we would rather just flop back in a false reality and let our bodies and our emotions lead the way, which they have no guide. It's a ship without a rudder, blowing in the wind. Is our bodies and our emotions on autopilot, which is where 80% of the world live. You have to take control of the will. You have to take and steer that ship through these rough waters purposefully. Invest in a career. Pave the way with education. Gain experience. How do you gain experience? By doing things, by experiencing things, right? Wisdom. Old people with wisdom, they gained all that wisdom because they've screwed up and made a bunch of mistakes and experienced things in life, and now they're wise. Got to have a solid foundation. No doubt, Corey. Gain experience, right? Hone your skills. What do you like? What are you doing? What are you good at? Get better at it. Hone your skills. That's why I'm trying to do what I'm doing. Why am I going live every morning? Why am I doing a daily vlog? Why am I not trying to only and purposefully try to get algorithm videos like the Multiverse and Infiniverse and how-tos? Because I'm making videos that I like to make, that I want to try to make for the way that I do it, because it's a skill that I like. I like it. I love it. And I want to do it every day for the 75 days to get better at it. Digital skills, soft skills, analytical skills, leadership skills. If you're a supervisor at work, you should hone your skills in leadership and how to read people and how to manage people and how to deal with different types of personality types. Or do you just go in there like, oh, I'm the boss, but I don't know what to do really. Please, can you do that today? Expand your network. That's a good one. Get to know people in your network and get to know those people that they know. Expand it. According to the LinkedIn survey, 85% of jobs are filled through networking. Take the time to grow your network by connecting with professionals who can help you get where you want to go. I was always told that on base from the day I arrived, 2010. I worked for the United States Air Force, F-35s, F-22s. You want to move up around here? Network. You need to start meeting people and networking. And I was like, what does that mean? But then I learned how to network. I ended up climbing the chain pretty high up for the 10 years I was there, which pretty high was for me because first I was a dropout, high school dropout felon, got my GED 5 seconds before I got a job with the United States Air Force. Went from a WG3, wage grade 3 sheet metal technician in training. I had to go to like a trade school for a couple months and learn aircraft sheet metal. Then they threw me on the baddest weapon system in the world and said, here, drill holes in this. I'm like, what? WG3, climbed up and got my 10, WG10, all the way to 10. Ended up getting a wage lead position, a WL 10. Then I switched over and I had an option. I switched over to the F-35 program, started doing really good. A guy came out to me, says, what do you want to be? Production controller or a supervisor? I said, let me think about that for a minute. Went to my network, asked everybody, I have 2 options. Which path should I take? And I listened to everybody, and I went with the production controller path. It's where you go from wage lead. It's where you go from like the hands-on people that are actually building and wrenching the parts to more of the support role. Oh, they need those parts. You need the legal paperwork. You need the tools and all that stuff. You become support on the paperwork side of things, desk job type stuff. So I took that job, got me a GS. I think I started at GS9 or something like that. And then by the time I quit, I was a GS11 step 4 in 2020. In 2020 when I quit. 10 years. By networking and working hard. And if you're sick of work and sick of life, start a side hustle. Aim for work-life balance. Obtain certification. Find a mentor. Learn to say no. That one's a lot. And I've been reading a lot of stuff and listening to a lot of stuff. Learning to say no is always in there. But the answers are always the same. If nothing changes, nothing changes. If you don't take a step forward to get what you want, but you just keep wanting, you've heard that term, want in one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills up faster. I really get it now. You can want all you want and it will never fill up. Want and desire without action, ideas without action are worthless. It's like 2 people in the bathroom sniffing cocaine, solving all the world's problems. And when they come out, the cocaine's gone. They pass it on the couch and all those great ideas, all that deep talk just goes into nothing, just hot air. It's gone. Just like your ideas, just like your life without action. It's a hard truth. It sucks, maybe, You want to get clean? You have to stop using. You want to get better and happy? You got to make these changes. And the answers are always the same. Set goals, get a support system, network, and get out there and do it. Or we're just going to rot. We're just going to just sit here and cry and whine and rot. It's your life and it's up to you. The answers are that's another thing too, with like this new era, new age of recovery. There is so much information out there. So much information that you can. The answers to your problems are right, literally at your fingertips. But yet, how many hours a day do you sit watching doggy and kitty cat videos and arguing with people you don't know about stuff that doesn't freaking matter on the internet? When you have the information of the world at your fingertips. And we still ask why and how? There's a lot of times there's questions people ask me and I'm like, why are we even asking each other? No, I think it's this. No, I think, and we sit and talk like, hey, why are we even like discussing this? All we got to do is say Alexa or Google or Siri or type it in and we got the answer. Good morning, David. How we doing today? How you feeling? How's life treating you? Are you happy? Corey says he's working on not spending spontaneously. That's good. Try not to combust either. And try to get a side hustle going instead. Definitely get a side hustle. They're fun. I like side hustles. I got a little bit of a side hustle. It ain't really much, but if somebody wants a video or photography, I go out and do it. I do that kind of stuff. I love it. Take the reins on your earning potential. Invest in your relationships. Spend time with family. Have fun with friends. Make room for romance. Other ways to invest in yourself. Learn to play an instrument. Read a book. See, the answers are always the same. Play a new game. Volunteer for a cause you love. Get out and do things, right? Affirm yourself through mantras. Discover your spirituality. Take a mental health day. Practice a hobby. Reward yourself for achieving goals. The answers are always the same. Make goals, do hard things, and get the reward. Because it's that simple. It really is. But we would rather, 90% of America and the world would rather sit in a chair, drink sugar, get overweight, and then have an all-day hard. It's hard for me to get out of my chair. It's hard for me to go to the bathroom. It's hard for me to get in my car. It's hard for me to walk up the stairs. And that's all day hard, like every day, all day hard, because they would rather just flop instead of just going out and putting 25 minutes or 30 minutes into an exercise and eating a little better to have an overall quality of life that's better. Gotta stop. That's right, Corey. Spurgeon said, they asked him, is it better to pray or breathe? He said, is it better to pray or read your Bible? And he said, what's more important, reading your Bible, or what's more important, breathing in or breathing out? And then they asked another guy, or another guy has been quoted, one of those old timers, he's like, visit many good books, but live in the Bible. Debbie, how are you? Good morning. 20 years clean, 20 años. That is a lot. Good job. That's living life on life's terms and not relapsing. I love it. I love it. Proud of you. A lot to learn. That's wisdom. I bet you didn't do it by just sitting on the couch and feeling sorry for yourself. I bet you that was not part of your recovery program. Or was it? I doubt it. So we're doing a challenge on our Discord. Every month we do a new challenge. And right now we're into our June challenge. And our June challenge is doing basically everything I just got done talking about. Setting goals, trying new things, confronting yourself, and sticking to it, committing to it. A no holds bar. I'm going to make all this happen no matter what for the next 30 days and grow from it. Challenge. That's really what it is. And so we have a Discord where we post this stuff. We have a chat in here. See if you see that 30-day challenge. This is where we chat. This is where we drop links and chat. Look at that. Ingrid's been inspired by everybody. Good job. Love it. So Savage Freedom. We go back to her day, June 9th, which was yesterday. She's got her water with her sick new Recovering Addict shiny cool sticker with multicolors. Love it. Exercise log, consistency. Oh, what is consistency? It's a noun. You are what you repeatedly do every day. Excellence is not an act, but a habit. Ooh, that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. I accumulated small but consistent habits that ultimately led to results that were unimaginable when I started. Yep. I can't do that. There's no way. I looked at myself. There's no way I can do a daily vlog. There's no way. I've done 60 of them now. And I look back and I'm like, what? How did I do that? Love it. She's killing it. Good job. Geesh. What do we got in the Geesh world today? Audible by mowing. Perfect. That is like healthy. Listening to a good book, mowing a lawn outside, smelling fresh cut grass. Come on now. Who doesn't like that? Listening to the foundations of mindfulness. Beautiful. I love these long, big old fields and long roads. That's cool, man. It's beautiful out there. Sick journal. Oh, that's a cool shot. Nice one, bro. Yeah, that's really a good shot. Good job. Push myself to do more journal work today. Awesome. It always seems so easy to do an extra physical activity. I don't know why it seems so much more difficult to do extra writing. Yeah, right? That's because you're starting to figure out like what you're good at. And on top of what you're good at, which one do you like to do better? That weighs into it as well, I have the same problem. Like people are like, you're doing a challenge. What is it? I'm like, well, I work out twice a day. They're like, ugh. I'm I'm like, well, that's the easy part. Working out twice a day that has been the easy part. The most difficult part for me is my daily vlogs, recording and editing and uploading. Same thing, man. What? It's a lot harder. Doing the admiration, trying to find things that I admire about myself. That's probably number 2 on my list for hard. But there's stuff that we like to do. There's stuff that it's okay to do. There's stuff that we're good at. And there's stuff that we're not so good at. And to get into doing that one, that's where you're learning to be that. Doing that is where you learn grit, right? That's where our discipline comes in. Doing the stuff that's just not as fun. But it's still like good for you and healthy. And now you're going to come across other stuff in your life that you don't quite like to do. You're not very good at, but it needs to be done. And you're going to have the grit and the discipline to handle it. And it's not going to be that big of a deal. Good job, Geesh. That's the way it's done. That is the way it is done. My dogs are getting crazy. It's almost time to go. Jen Ray. Beautiful journaling, drinking the water. Love it. Freaking love it. Renee. It's beautiful. I love seeing the work. I love seeing people actually achieving and accomplishing, smiling, drinking water and reading and writing in journals. Their lives are better for this. How do I know that? How do you know? How do you know? Because I'm doing the same thing. And it's like, I'm happier, like in a general sense, I'm happier and lighter on my feet in every area of my life, physical, spiritual, and relationships. It's crazy. Boom. Lifting some iron. Love it. Shoulder press, bicep curls. Perfect. Put that body under tension. Dude, I could spend like hours in your garages and stuff. You just like the tweaker's paradise. I would just put all kinds of stuff together. I'd just do it. That's our 30-day challenge, man. So proud of everyone. Sick. Inspired now. I'm ready to go ride up a mountain. It's already 7:30 in my world. 100% happier, Geef says. It's weird, isn't it? Like, really? The answer was that simple? How come we can't figure this stuff out sooner? It's funny because a lot of people probably told me this my whole life. I mean, I imagine being a teenager, because I'm telling my son the same thing. Like, this is what you got to do, man. This is life. And I'm sure other adults in my life are like, LT, you dumbass, quit doing that. You're going to go to jail. Blah, 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 blah. This is what you need to do. And I'm just like, huh? Well, I'm going to wait till I'm 40 till I think and pretend like I figured this out on my own. Story of us knuckleheads, right? Us people who love to learn the hard way. That's my story. Thank you. Nope. And it's hard. Yes. It's hard. It's hard. It's worth it. Life's hard. Doesn't matter what you choose. It's going to be hard. You have to just choose your hard. Do you want to be miserable in addiction and cleaning up messes and not taking care of your life and living that hard life? Or do you want to be disciplined, focused, purpose-driven, which is hard, and have that hard life? Life is hard. Choose your hard. And it's your life. There's no judgment here. If that's whatever one you choose is the better. I know which one I'm choosing. I'm choosing the more disciplined, purpose-driven, focused life because it's a lot better for me. I love it. I love it way more. I choose this life over anything. I'm not ashamed anymore. I walk with confidence. I feel good. I feel like I'm starting to like myself and who I am and my abilities. My relationships with my family and friends are better. My physical features are better. I'm stronger. I walk upstairs more confident. I'm down 20 pounds. Down 20 freaking pounds. My knees are like, thank you. I have bad knees. And I just took 20 pounds off of each one of them. That's good for my health and longevity. I freaking love it. That's right, Geesh. All right, y'all. I'll be back tomorrow. Till then, do not put yourself in a high-risk situation. Stay strong. Work your programs. And remember, we recover better together.